Hello, I'm Laura Holyoke, and I have a quick overview of the class and a welcome to Organizational Leadership, which is AOLL 593. Whoops. Let's see if I can move my webcam down. So a couple of things that I wanted to share with you in terms of considering how the course is set up this summer. For the first one was the amount of time that we're going to have together, which is 6 weeks. So I redesigned the course syllabus so it doesn't look like 15 weeks or 16 weeks packed into 6, but instead I looked for something that was 6 weeks and with the amount of work that would go with 6 weeks. The second point that I want to make you aware of is our book that we're going to be using, which is Creativity Inc. by Ed Catmull. I want to encourage you to get that book as soon as possible. You'll notice that there's no reading assignments per se in that book. However, I'm encouraging you to read it as quickly and as upfront as you can, because when we apply the Shine textbook, it's best for you to know as much as you can about Creativity Inc. Creativity Inc. is also offered not just, let me think. So I have it on Audible, and you can get it on Kindle, and you can get the hard copy. I also want to introduce you to my assistant this semester. Her name is Katie Schiffelbein. Katie is a doctoral student of mine, and I've known her, I think, for about 10 years now. She was also one of my master's students. And Katie is asked to do an immersion experience with me this summer, so she is assisting to help teach this course. So she's been in on everything from the get-go as we brainstormed what the course is going to look like and what it would include and the assignments. Katie will also be assisting me in responding to some of your questions and giving you feedback on assignments. She and I will be grading assignments together. And so if you have any questions about that, please let me know as we go on. So you'll be evaluated in the following 4 areas for this course. The first one is introductions, just 2% of your grade. I have some questions that I would like for you to answer. And likewise, if you can post a photo of yourself, one that we can tell who you are and what you look like, would be awesome. Second, I have an assignment called Ensuing Discussions plus an individual blog post. I'll tell you more about those in just a couple minutes. So these first 2 pieces are 22% of your grade. They both should be considered gimmies. It would be silly for you not to get full points on all these assignments. The third area is application papers, which I'll go into more detail in a minute. We're 68% of your grade. We took that 2% for the introduction someplace. And as you can see, the bulk of your grade as well. And then finally, the last paper that we're asking you to write is a course takeaway papers, what you've learned, how you want to apply it. So a little bit more about each one of these areas. I am overimposed on the kid here. So the ensuing discussions and blog posts, 4 total. What felt like me might be repetitive in the beginning. Students don't ever come back and say this is too repetitive. So know that your ensuing discussions and your blog post and then your application papers are all related. They're focused on the same area for each of 4 different discussions, blog posts, and papers. So the ensuing discussion part is you will let me know your preferences and how you would like to get together with somebody else. You can meet face-to-face with somebody else. You can meet face-to-face with a group of 2 or 3 or 4 people. You can meet online, something like Google Hangouts, I don't know all the different things that you can meet, or you can meet via FaceTime. You can meet on the telephone. What I ask you not to do is to email back and forth. So I want it to be some sort of a conversation that you have because I want social learning to occur. So during that meeting, you'll discuss the assignment and what we want you to take from Shine and apply to Creativity Inc. and Pixar. and discuss those paper prompts, and then record your individual discussion notes. Because what you'll do with those individual discussion notes is you'll do your own blog post. So just from what you've written down, we're asking you to post your notes on bblearn. These will be posted as a blog. Other people can have access to them. And so I encourage you to not only take yours to heart, but take other people's to heart, because it's helping you put together your paper. So your application papers, by the time you get here, the thinking is that you've had quite a bit of reiteration going on, and so you've had that ensuing discussion, you've done your blog post, you've been able to read other people's blog posts, and so they all relate. Therefore, we're hoping that that you really have it dialed in by this time. So your papers and what you'll be talking about on your ensuing discussions, the first one will be to describe Pixar's 3 levels of culture. So Shine, in part 1, what he talks about are 3 levels of culture. He talks about quite a few other things, and he gives examples. So what we'd like for you to do is to pull out what those look like, or how they're played out in Pixar, and how Ed Catmull describes them. Application paper number 2, the discussion and post, so how Pixar carries out assumptions. And you'll know what I mean as you read Shine Part 2 and start to thinking about assumptions. Same with number 3, embedding mechanisms is something that Shine talks about. So to take Shine's idea of embedding mechanisms and to talk about what those look like at Pixar. And then finally, the last part is how Pixar manages culture and change after reading and understanding those things in Shine. And then your final paper should again be another gimme points for you. Just your course takeaways. What knowledge and understandings did you learn that you're going to take away? How are you going to apply them? Where you can see that they can help out. So I just wanted to share with you a quick introduction and welcome you. Please let me know if you have questions. I tend to skip over a lot of things because what all's in my mind, I think sometimes that you understand, and because I skip them because they're in my mind. Anyway, glad you're here.